Toastmasters and most welcome guests. Tonight, I want to speak about something that's sort of near and dear to me. I want to start off by saying that last December we had a special theme night, and the theme was all about giving. And as I listened to the various speakers, I noticed there was one thing that nobody particularly touched on. And I said, you know, I should do a speech about that. So here it is tonight. Now, the name of my speech, as Harry just told you in my bio, is called The Gift of Life. And what I'm talking about is being a blood donor, giving blood, doing a blood donation. And the purpose of my speech tonight is basically twofold. One is to give you some general information about the process of giving blood and so on. And the other part is to get you thinking about maybe this is something I should do if you don't already do so. So before I get into that portion, I want to start with some basics about the different types of blood donations. First of all, whole blood. Whole blood consists of red cells, white cells, platelets, and plasmas. And what they do is they put a needle into your arm, the crook of the elbow here, and they take out a point of blood. And if you're a healthy person, you can donate every 56 days. And they keep a track, don't worry, they will let you know when it's your time to give again. So that's the first and most commonest type of blood donation. The second type is plasma, which is basically that protein-rich fluid which flows through your body, and it carries all the other components to the areas of your body that needs it. And because they only take out that small portion and not the whole blood, you can give a lot more frequently. You can go once every week for plasma. And another type that I'd like to talk about is something I used to do, but I've had to give up for some reason. It's called platelets. Now, when you get a cut on your finger and it starts to heal, it's platelets that are acting on this to get your cut to heal, that and the bandage, of course. And the component is taken out of your arm as whole blood, spun through a centrifuge, and what's left over is pumped back in. And like plasma, you can give far more regularly than you can for whole blood. You can go once every 2 weeks. And it should be interesting to note that one whole blood donation can theoretically help up to 3 people. So putting this into perspective, I've been a donor now since the mid-'80s, and I've given 162 times. So timings that by 3, theoretically I could have helped 480 people, a small community in the province of Newfoundland. Okay, so those are the different types of blood type. Now what I want to talk about is the criteria for giving blood, because not everybody can. There are certain restrictions which apply. For example, you have to at least be 17 years old, you have to weigh at least 110 pounds, you have to be in generally good health, you have to be feeling well on the day of the donation. It's recommended that you have something to eat before you donate, and that you're not overly tired. In addition, you should have good iron count, blood pressure, and a pulse. And a good pulse. There's also a questionnaire. Find yourself 25 cents for interruption. There's also a questionnaire too, which the nurses will ask you a series of questions. So based on all of these tests and the other criteria, if they're able to determine if you are able to give blood. So now I want to come to sort of the persuasive portion of the speech and say, okay, now that I know that, why should I give blood? Well, there are many reasons, and a lot of them are practical. For starters, when you give blood, you get one of these things. This is a Canadian Blood Services donor card. It identifies me, and down in the right-hand corner, it identifies my blood type. So if I'm ever in an accident and I can't communicate what my type is, they can see this right away and act on it. So can I just ask a question? How many people here know their blood type? How many people don't know their blood type? Interesting. Should check it out. Okay, so that's one practical value of giving blood. So another thing is when you go in to give the blood, they will check your arm. They prick the top of your finger, and they'll usually put in a little bit of fluid, and depending on how fast that fluid sinks, it depends if you can be a donor or not. So it basically is a little flag for you to say, hey, my arm's good or it's not. Other tests include pulse, yes, you have one, temperature, and blood pressure. Now, these in themselves do not constitute a physical exam by any stretch of the imagination, but they are the minimum, and you can use these as a flag. If you go to give blood and your temperature's high or your blood pressure's high, you say, gee, I should go get a doctor and get checked out. So that is another practical reason for giving blood. And another reason too is more to do with feel good more so than anything else. Because when I'm giving blood and I'm lying down on that chair and I got a needle in my arm and I'm wondering, I wonder where my blood is going to go. I don't know because they won't tell me, and they never will. So I'm wondering now, is my blood going to go and help a child who's sick, or someone's been in an accident, or someone who needs an organ donation? I don't know, but I know it's going somewhere, and someone's going to get it, and I feel good about it. And when I feel good, I feel great. So that's basically it. So what I'm going to do now is to conclude by saying the various types of blood donation include whole blood, plasma, and platelets. Your acceptance as the donor depends on various conditions such as your age, your weight, your general good health, your blood temperature, pressure, and so on. And I want to finish with this, is that, and another reason you should give is because of the blood donor card and the various tests that you can get done. And I just want you to finish with one thing, is that when you give blood, you never know, because the life you save just might be your own. Thank you very much.